Hello, my name is Scott Simpson, and I'm here with former TSA officer Frank Simpson, who is here to share his experiences with the security at the Philadelphia International Airport. But before I speak with Simpson, I'm going to shed some light on his years of experience as a Philadelphia cop. Simpson's career as a Philadelphia officer first began in 1973, patrolling the streets of the city. In 1975, he would decide to join the K-9 unit, where he was assigned dignitary protection for the mayors of Philadelphia. However, in 1990, he would begin work as a K-9 officer at the Philadelphia International Airport, where his primary job was to sweep planes and suspicious luggage for explosives. Shortly after the attacks on 9/11, the federal government would begin to grade airports across the country based on a letter system. The Philadelphia airport was graded a Category X, meaning it was a large airport requiring tight security. As a result, Simpson was transported to the state of Texas in 2003 for TSA training, as many K-9 officers are now required to do. After successful completion of his TSA training in 2004, Simpson was given a federal explosive K-9 dog. He would work as a TSA officer at Philadelphia International Airport until his retirement this past June. Now that you have had over 17 years of experience working at the Philadelphia International Airport, a lot has happened in those 17 years, most notably the attacks on 9/11 and security changes that would follow. Can you tell me a little bit about the security prior to 9/11 as compared to the security at the airport when you retired?
They had private outfits working the checkpoints hired by or paid through the airlines. Each checkpoint and each airline had different security companies working there. The Philadelphia Police Department had less manpower before 9/11. Since 9/11, the TSA took over manning the checkpoints, screening operations, using their equipment to detect explosive detection and any type of people coming in trying to smuggle metal, any type of equipment that wasn't authorized. Since 9/11, the Philadelphia Police Department increased the manpower, and now they also man the checkpoints. They are armed, and their K-9 unit, which I work for, was upgraded through the TSA with the federal program. They train their dogs in Texas and bring them back to the Philadelphia airport, and they do extensive training. Other than that, there's basically the same status quo.
Would you say these changes were an overall improvement in security, or would you say nothing has really changed at all?
I would say they were improved a great deal, especially after 9/11. They brought in federally trained K-9 dogs for explosive detection. They added, like I said, the TSA screeners. They increased the manpower of the Philadelphia Police Department. And also at the checkpoints, they are manned by the TSA screeners and Philadelphia Police Department, which are armed.
Do you feel that the security changes were necessary?
I would say yes. Now you have Philadelphia Police Department manning the checkpoints and the TSA screeners who are trained, and the new improved equipment to detect metal, any type of explosives, and again with the Philadelphia Police Department there, it's support.
If you were to pack your things right now and head to Florida on a plane leaving from Philadelphia International Airport, would you feel safe and assured that the plane you were traveling on was free of any explosive devices that would do any damage to the aircraft you were traveling on?
I would say yes. Due to the screening and the training, I would say this plane would be safe to travel on.
Thanks, Scott. We decided to head down to the airport to see how these security measures affect the passengers. So we're here with Ben Beitzel, who just got off the plane from Missouri. So how was your flight, Ben?
The flight was fine. I mean, it was good, average.
So what was your experience coming through the airport, the security?
It was a lot, more than usual.
What processes took place?
They searched me through, a bunch of metal detectors. They had bomb detecting machines, stuff like that. Made me take my shoes off and whatnot.
Compare the security at Philadelphia to some other airports.
Security-wise, I guess Philadelphia isn't as good than Chicago, where they were constantly everywhere. Security was everywhere.
What did they do differently?
They searched you a lot more in every different way. Like your bags, everything. Since 9/11, it's been a lot worse, you know.
So do you think a lot worse? Do you think the security is necessary, or is it an inconvenience?
Oh, it's necessary, but you know, it's just it's inconvenient, but it's necessary, I'd say. I mean, God, you can't have people flying planes into buildings, right?
So did you fly before 9/11?
Yeah, I flew before, you know, a few times.
And what was your experience like then?
Yeah, it was actually a little worse back then because I got a lot of hassle for being in a Missouri airport once. It was a big ordeal. It was because I didn't have an ID and I was underage, and it was just a big old hassle to me and my father go all the way across miles for a parking lot just to get ID to prove that I was his son. You know, they weren't believing us.
So how long was your wait, previous before 9/11?
I'd say it was a little longer actually.
It was longer compared?
Yeah, longer definitely. Yeah, I don't know. They got a faster process.
Now it's faster?
Yeah, now it's faster than it was then.
So when they search you, you think they did a good job? And
Oh yeah, they did a good job. Yeah,
you don't think people could get anything onto a plane?
they do a good job, but you can get a few things on there. You can squeeze a few things by. I'm pretty sure.
All right, thanks a lot. This passenger didn't seem to mind. He even said before 9/11 the security was even tighter. When you decide to head on a plane, the long lines, the delays, the searches, they're all part of the process.